for joining today's Seller U webinar session on Project Zero. Today, we have a couple of guests with us from the Project Zero product and marketing teams who are going to walk us through just what Project Zero is and how you can use it to protect your brand in the Amazon store. So thank you to Mary and Nikki for joining us, and I will pass it over to you.
Thank you so much. All right, so as we jump into today's call, the agenda for our call is as follows. We will look at an overview of brand protection, where our focus today is on Project Zero. Then we'll look at the details of Project Zero, starting with its definition and how it works. Then we'll show the enrollment process and the required training. And finally, a few frequently asked questions, along with some comments from a few brands who are seeing real benefits from Project Zero. I'd like to introduce the speakers on today's call. First, my name is Nikki Porter. I serve as Senior Marketing Manager for Brand Protection. Joining me is Mary Brazelton, who is the Program Manager for Project Zero. And Mary will be leading the bulk of our discussion for today. But before I turn it over to Mary, I'd like to set the stage by sharing an overview of Amazon Brand Registry, which includes Project Zero. Amazon offers a suite of industry-leading tools and programs used to protect customers, brands, and selling partners by preventing counterfeits, fraud, and abuse from bad actors on our stores. This suite is called Brand Protection. These tools help to create a consistent and trusted experience for customers every time they shop on Amazon. If a brand doesn't have intellectual property or IP and is not eligible for brand registry, they can get started with our intellectual property or IP accelerator. Brands who are registered in brand registry can access tools and programs such as Report a Violation or RAV, Automated Brand Protections, Transparency, Counterfeit Crimes Unit, and Project Zero. Again, today we'll be taking a closer look at Project Zero, and at this time, I'll turn it over to Project Zero's Program Manager. Mary, please go ahead.
Thank you, Nikki. Thanks for joining, everyone. The focus of our discussion today is specifically on Project Zero. And Project Zero is a partnership between Amazon and brands to help drive counterfeits in our marketplace to zero. We rely on brands to bring their sophisticated knowledge of their intellectual property, and we provide brands with advanced technology and machine learning to help find and eliminate counterfeits. In order for a brand to have access to Project Zero, there are 3 baseline eligibility requirements that you'll see listed on this slide. And to prevent misuse of our tool, Amazon does take into account other factors which we don't publish. Next, we'll go into details about how the program works and how you can check to see if you're already eligible. So Project Zero combines 3 powerful tools. The automated protections are powered by Amazon's machine learning. They continuously scan our stores and proactively remove suspected counterfeit. Brands provide some key data points about their trademarks, and we scan over 5 billion daily listing update attempts looking for suspected counterfeit. Next, we have product serialization, where brands have the option of applying a unique code on each and every unit they manufacture for any products they select to enroll. This allows Amazon to scan and confirm the authenticity of those products purchased in Amazon stores. And our third tool is the feature that is the focus of our call today. This is the self-service counterfeit removal tool. Brands have called this the most powerful aspect of Project Zero, and brands no longer need to contact Amazon to remove counterfeit listings from our stores. Instead, as the brand, you would have the unprecedented ability to remove counterfeit yourself. And a final note, brands who are seeing the best results from Project Zero are opting to use all three of these powerful tools, including the serialization option. So next we'll take a look at how you can check if you're eligible for Project Zero and how to enroll if you are already eligible. So I monitor for brands who meet our eligibility requirements. If you are made eligible, our marketing team will send you an email notice, and you'll also see a banner when you log into your brand registry account, letting you know that you're eligible. So to check if you're eligible, sign into your brand register account. From the welcome screen seen here, you'll see a drop-down menu at the top with the word Protect. Use that drop-down menu and select Project Zero, and you'll be taken to the Project Zero landing page. If you're already eligible, you will see a banner with a Get Started button. And it's important for me to mention that eligibility isn't constant. It could change based on a variety of factors, which include your acceptance rate in reports of potential infringements. But if you do see this button and you are already eligible, I highly encourage you to enroll in Project Zero. And feel free to check your status before we end this call. We'll give you some extra time at the end. So next we'll talk about the training requirement for Project Zero. We have a brief training that will inform you on our counterfeit policy and explain how to appropriately use the tool to remove counterfeit listings. Taking the training is a critical step in helping brands understand their responsibility in using this powerful self-service tool accurately. We need to make sure no legitimate listings are taken down. Some details of the training: it can be completed in about 10 minutes, and it includes 1 to 2 pages of information that you'll read through, and then a few questions to answer at the end. And once you've completed the training, you will be enrolled in Project Zero, and you'll have immediate access to the self-service counterfeit removal tool, which is shown here on the screen. This tool provides you with the ability to search listings related to your brand. And if you find counterfeit listings, you have the ability to remove the offer yourself using this tool. The removal happens immediately. And we also use the data you provide from the removal to strengthen our proactive automated protections, helping to better proactively catch potential counterfeit listings in the future. So as I mentioned, this is a powerful tool, and the training is a critical step before gaining access. We continuously monitor to be sure brands are using the tool responsibly. We expect a nearly perfect reporting rate by brands who are in Project Zero. As you can see on this slide, at least a 99% accuracy rate is required. And this high expectation for appropriate use of the tool is critical because we want to protect brand owners just like yourselves. If you have any doubts about a removal you're making in Project Zero, you still have the option to use the report a violation tool to make that removal, and that can further protect your removal accuracy record. If you do log into Brand Registry and you're not eligible for Project Zero right now, you can still report counterfeit using the Report a Violation tool. You'll see a button that will take you directly to the tool, and that's shown here on the screen. We encourage you to report any IP infringement using Report a Violation. This tool is available to all brands who are enrolled in Brand Registry. So next, I'll cover a few frequently asked questions. So what is the cost to join Project Zero? So there's no charge to enroll in Project Zero or to get access to the automated protections and use the self-service counterfeit removal tool. Brands that choose to use the optional serialization service do incur a cost per unit based on volume. And if a brand is enrolled in Project Zero in one country, is it automatically enrolled in the other countries where Project Zero is available? If you've already got a registered trademark in a country where Project Zero is available, you'll automatically have access to Project Zero in that country. And if in the future you were to register a trademark in a new country where Project Zero is available, then once you've registered your trademark with Brand Registry, you'll gain access to Project Zero in that country as well. Are registered agents eligible for Project Zero? No, only rights owners are eligible for Project Zero. And do brands need to serialize their products to enroll in Project Zero? No, but brands that do serialize their products are seeing the best results. So that concludes the presentation portion. And next I will pass back to Nikki, who will share some comments from brands that have been using Project Zero.
Thank you so much, Mary. So as we wrap up, again, as she mentioned, I'd like to share a few brands that are currently active in Project Zero. These brands represent very different industries, but have equally seen great benefits that speak to the tool's ease of use, effectiveness, and customer experience. And Thunderworks speaks to the impact of optimizing their use of Project Zero through product serialization services and nearly eradicating their counterfeit problem throughout the U.S. So at this time, we will jump into the Q&A and ask questions as we wrap up. I know that there may be some questions around gaining access to the webinar replay. Are we able to speak to that? Jessica, go ahead.
I think that due to the sensitive nature of the material, we're only offering the core content in a live format. However, we can follow up with some shareable content and a video explaining Project Zero after the webinar ends.
Perfect. Thank you. So I know you talked a little bit, Mary, about serialization, and a question is, what if I'm already using transparency?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if you're already using transparency, we recommend you continue to serialize your products. We know that brands using serialization as well as Project Zero are having the best results. And if you're a brand that is not using transparency now, but are interested in learning more about serialization, then be sure to note that in the exit poll of this webinar, and we can have a transparency representative contact you to discuss how transparency could further assist you.
Perfect. Thank you, Mary. And are you able to report copyright infringement on Project Zero?
That's a great question. Our Project Zero self-service counterfeit removal tool can be used to remove listings for the sale of counterfeit goods only. So the specific details will be covered in the training that I mentioned, and you will continue to have access to the guidelines from that training within the tool. If you have other types of infringement, such as copyright, then we encourage you to report using the Report a Violation tool, and that's available to you as a registered brand in Brand Registry.
Great. Couple more. We have two brand names registered with Amazon. Can we have Project Zero for both brand names?
Yeah, when you sign in to take the training, you can select all of your brands that are currently eligible. You will only need to take the training once, and you can use the tool for any of the eligible brands that you selected. If you've only been made eligible to enroll just one of your brands, then continue to use the tool, and accurate use of the tool will help you to get the other brands made eligible also.
Perfect. And I think this is in line, but I'll go ahead and read it. If my brand is registered in India and I'm selling in other countries on Amazon, can I remove counterfeits through Project Zero?
Yeah, you can use Project Zero to remove counterfeit listings in any country where you have a registered trademark for the listing you're removing. So Project Zero is currently available to eligible brands in about 20 countries. Be sure to check the brand registry site where you can look at the Project Zero marketing page, and that will show you the latest list of countries. Um, and India is definitely one of those protected countries.
Perfect. And I think we're whittling down to the last question, and you may have already covered this, but is there a cost of joining Project Zero?
Yeah, great question that we hear a lot. There's no additional cost for enrolling in Project Zero, which includes access to the self-service counterfeit removal tool and to the automated brand protections. If you were to opt to use the serialization option, then there's a cost for the 3D data matrix barcodes that are applied to each product you manufacture. And we would want you to connect with a transparency representative to discuss all the best options for your particular product type.
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you for that, Mary. And I think we have exhausted the questions at this point. We've mentioned the website. Again, that link is brandservices.amazon.com/project zero, where you can gain more information about the tool as well as the countries where you can find it available, as Mary mentioned. So at this time, I just want to take a moment and thank the audience for joining today's broadcast. And if you are a brand owner interested in learning more about our brand protection services, as I mentioned, feel free to visit our website to gain more insight. And very grateful to the seller success team for allowing us the stage to create some awareness around the programs that are available within brand protection. All
All
right.
right. Thank you everyone for joining, and a special thank you again to Mary and Nikki for joining from the Project Zero product and marketing teams. Thank you again for the presentation, and we hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Happy selling, and thank you for joining.